Welcome, everyone. My name is Ryan, and we are back with more Cataclysm. Dark days ahead. That's right, this is a bonus stream. And if you're watching the VOD on YouTube, check the description for my Twitch link so you can follow me over here, catch me live. Also, the VOD list is down there if you want to watch some of the past streams I've done in Cataclysm. And we are well into this run. We're on day 86 over here. We've got our character Helminia. She's a tourist with fast metabolism, junk food, nomad, and rigid table manners. But man, oh man, I've been really addicted to Cataclysm the last couple of days. Of course, I've been playing the game for about a year now, but hey, Consola, somehow not surprised. You know it, my friend. Really just taking advantage of this, rekindling of my interest and addiction in the game and just streaming as much as I can, buddy. So thanks for joining in again. Great to see ya. So with our character Helminia, of course, once again here, we're chilling out in front of this church. We came down here to cook some food. We literally uninstalled the oven and brought it outside, hooked it up to our batteries and solar panels. You've been playing the whole day. I tell you what, man, there are some games out there which can pique your interest when you find them, discover them. Maybe you play for a week, maybe you play for a month or two, get a couple hundred hours under your belt. But Cataclysm is one of those games, similar to RimWorld for me at least, where I can see myself getting thousands of hours of playtime in this one. Oh man, yeah, if I have like a vacation from work, I could see myself just sitting playing Cataclysm for the majority of that time. So detailed. And that's a great thing because over the course of a week, you might have 4 or 5 different characters, just depending on your skill level, of course. But each run is going to be so different, unique, too. That's the greatest part. I always say there's always some new item or some new mechanic or monster that I discover when I'm playing Cataclysm, and it's so true. Let's see, yeah, for one, I need to take breaks in between, but I'm also at 4K hours. At this point in my playtime with RimWorld, I do like to take breaks as well, but when I was early into it, man, I've talked about it before, that was one of the motivating factors for me to make a YouTube channel was because I played so much RimWorld at the time. I was like, I need to do something, in addition to spending all this time just playing a video game. I was like, I'll record it and upload it, and see what happens. But, all right. Let's get back into the swing of things. So what is it right now? It's 9:30 p.m. Obviously, it's nighttime. I think we still have a companion. Yep, Doyle is still with us. I've made a decision. I'm going to try and keep Doyle alive. I know I say that, and it's like, come on, get real, right? But did I actually buy anything from the Forge? We bought a couple of books, and that was it. Just some books. Yeah. I got this basic spellcraft. Yeah, I've just been stockpiling my denarius and not really buying anything, just saving it. She is Valzane. I always call Valzane a she. For some reason, Valzane sounds female to me. The name does. I don't know, but either way, Valzane didn't have some really great stuff when we first got to him, so just kind of waiting for his stuff to reset while we stack the denarii here. I've got what, 22. Also got some books. Did they not have anything good? Yeah, no, didn't have anything. It's something with reach. Something with reach. There's such a wide selection of weapons that I'll go with anything that has reach too, or greater. Like what you got. Pike would be amazing. I mean, we are most experienced with our piercing weapons at level 4. We got some bash too, but I'm happy to freaking start all over again if it's like a cutting weapon, but most likely that will be. I've seen hammers too. There was also one time I had something called the Lucairn hammer. It was a bit of an odd spelling, but it was Lucairn. That's how I pronounced it at least. But it was mainly a blunt weapon, a bashing weapon, but it had reach too. So I could like sit up on a roof and just swing down at zombies. In fact, I think that's how the character got killed. All right, so another thing we got to consider in today's stream is the loot goblin, aka our military cargo vehicle here, is down to 25% on the diesel. We did a lot of driving yesterday. Of course, she is a nomad, so we got to stay on the move, but that might become a serious issue. You know what I'm thinking about? Maybe today is the day that we need to come over here and clear this place, because there's just an absolute buttload of cars and vehicles in this parking lot right here. Almost certainly we could whip together some sort of like electric car, I hope. I mean, we could get unlucky and there's literally like no electric cars there, but I think there are one or two, so maybe that's our plan. Let's look at her health. Yeah, we got to get these wounds healed up. Let me see if we've got some bandages. Average to average. No improvement there. Oh, okay, actually, she didn't have anything on her head. Well, you bought some books about enchanting, so it's into enchanting too, but not how clue. That was actually one of the books we did too. We bought two as well, console us. If you go to your crafting menu like this and then go backwards, hitting Shift plus Tab, you can see the very last one is enchanted. No, it's not that one, is it? Was it that one? I thought the list was greater. I think we saw an entire list of enchanted stuff. Yeah, I think what you need to do is you have to have, like, let's say you want a spear +2, like a spear +2 magic. You need to have the spear first, and then you have to have the magical components to enchant it. And then I think it'll show up in this list right here under enchanted. Yeah, because this is by Cataclysm. But we'll have to investigate it too, because this character has that book as well. All right, let's go to sleep. I think it's time. She's lightly weary. It's 9:30. Well, can we read? Let's actually see. Maybe we should read for a couple hours. Let's see what we've got here. Tailoring to 6 would be nice. We've got a really high level magic book too, Protection from Magical Beasts, which requires tailoring 6. So you're still doing anything else but repairing a car. I understand, my friend. Maybe you should set your sights on a motorcycle or like a quad vehicle. They're a bit rarer than just regular cars, but they're a lot of fun. And I enjoy those more. I enjoy like a smaller vehicle in this game, in this particular game. Actually, that's true for me in a lot of games. Like if I play Grand Theft Auto, I prefer rolling around on a motorcycle than an actual vehicle. Or a car or truck. Okay, so what else do we have? Mechanics to 8 is kind of amazing. Let's do that. Let's get our mechanics skill up a bit. Because if we are going to be setting our sights on putting together some sort of electric car, almost certainly we're going to need a higher mechanics skill for it. Okay, so our light just went out. It's 11:30 p.m. That's a good sign to go to sleep. Our boy is sitting in the back. He's unprotected. Let's see if Doyle survives the night. There's no guarantees in this cataclysmic world, people. Say before, might as well. Getting errors galore. Is the game frozen? Or okay, here we go. Let's just do 7 hours. Maybe there is some sort of bike at the military base, but my taste is more for real mobile base. Okay. Then you want something big like a bus or even a limo. Or, I mean, something like mine, too, you know. You could, if you're not as big of a pack rat as I am, you could definitely take out, like, some of these cargo spaces and add it. Also, I should really be utilizing the middle of the... There's no reason at all I can't install stuff in the middle, you know. We could put chairs in here for our NPCs or more cargo vessels or appliances. So, yeah, something even like this size could be a good mobile base. And we've talked about it. I think even you mentioned it. If I were to remove these windows here and then enclose the back, that would give us even more space on the inside, which is something we can entirely do. There's a gigantic box next to a nuclear plant, but that is quite something for a first vehicle. There's some crazy builds on Reddit. I've seen on the Cataclysm subreddit. Well, I've definitely seen some crazy builds for sure. All right, let's take stock because her nomadic restlessness is starting to kick in. It's not terrible yet, but let me think here. There was a couple things we were working on, and making bread was one of those. So let me just see what we're looking at in our little... Okay, we've got a decent amount of food. Is that turned on? No. Let's turn on the fridge. And then, oops, I'm backing up. And then we're going to stop the engine. Now, the battery is something we're going to have to pay attention to. It is full, but we've only got one. I think what I'm going to do is install one of these batteries when we take it out. Instead of just putting it into the cargo, we're going to install another one into the truck. She is, in fact, hungry and thirsty, so let's eat. Old quesadilla. Solar panels on roof besides the orchard or refugee center. Let me think about that for a second. That's a good question. Those are definitely the top two that would come to my mind. It's hard to say, but it's definitely worth getting up on the buildings or up on the roof of a lot of like commercial buildings as opposed to houses. I wouldn't bother checking most houses for solar panels. You know, it's really going to be more of like a commercial thing or like a specialized building. You know, there are actual solar panel farms, like solar farms. It's just like a fenced in area with dozens of solar panels. They're fairly rare. You don't always see them, but you'll spot them like on the outskirts of a big city usually. It's just like a little yellow square. But those exist too. If you find those, it's jackpot time. You know what I'm saying? But keep searching. Make sure to check cars too. Every car you come across, if it has anything, because there are also solar suitcases, which you can find in vehicles oftentimes. Alright, we're just going to eat until she's totally full. Her weight was kind of fluctuating between underweight and normal, so I want to keep her as well fed as possible. But, alright, so yeah, let's start thinking about getting out of here. Let me look at this one more time. Our juvenile starter. I want to try that. So this is something we were experimenting with a little bit. You've been caring for it, but not yet. Okay, we need to put it back in the fridge. I hope refrigerating it doesn't damage it or something. I don't know. It might, but yeah, I have 2 arrays and try to use them to fill up batteries, but several days and barely anything has happened. Wow. Now, make sure that your batteries are not damaged. If you look at your battery, where can we see it? Yeah, so when we look at the battery here, over on the side, I can't point my cursor to it, but there's 2 green pluses on the right side on the tooltip, which pops up for the battery under power grid. That means these are in perfect condition. This one's in good shape too. If it's pink or yellow, one of the batteries could be leaking energy, could have a slow drain. So that's something to keep in mind. I don't even use batteries unless they're perfect. There's no point, because batteries, even in overwhelming despair, are pretty prevalent. You know, you don't necessarily find them in every vehicle, but most of the time it could be that. Yeah, don't work with damaged batteries because it won't necessarily say that it's draining, but it could be, you know. But just a little tip there. Okay, so how are our batteries looking? We've got 3,100 charges. Let's see if we can do any more cooking. Her mood's bad, but it's not that bad. I'm tempted to take this oven with us. Why not, you know? Maybe a hot plate would be more mobile, but I don't care. All right, what are we doing? How many of these can we make? Let's do it. For some reason, every time I click the button, it, like, lags the game. There it goes. Like, there's a pause. All right, let's see. Pour it into a container. I've been preparing with a bunch of different containers now, so that's good. We're ready. Saving the game gets slower and slower. Yeah, that's true. That's because the map, you're exposing more and more of the map for it to save, but there's no reason why, well, I don't know what the reason why it's like lagging out when I just try and craft something. It's weird. It was doing that last time too, but maybe it is because of the map size. Could be. I just want to prepare as much food now while we're here, because I tell you, this nomad trait that she's got really does change the way you approach the run, and to a degree. What? Well, then why would it tell me that I could make that many if I don't have enough charges for it? We'll do half that, I guess. There we go. Pause. And can you do it? There we go. All right. Yeah. Okay, so the problem is with loading the oven. Our vehicle is seaworthy at the moment, I believe. Yeah, it does float. We'll see. We can test it. We can load it up, and if it doesn't float, it'll tell us. All right, so let's go ahead and get out of here. I think it's time. All right, I'm going to move the water. Can't find the vehicle. There we go. Oh, God. I'm losing it. I'll just do it manually. Here we go. Be careful with the crafting too much fresh food. I crafted a batch of hamburgers in there early for breakfast, so they're already rotten, which is insane. Yeah, some of the rotting time is a little bit crazy, but we do have our mini fridge, and so far the battery is still at 93%. So I'm not worried yet. But I did just realize that Doyle is not in the car. Probably went into the church like a dummy. Oh, Doyle. Yeah, there he is right in front of me. Come on, buddy. We're getting out of here, dude. Yeah, so, alright, let's take this down first. Get on the truck, Doyle. Grab it, wield it. Let's see here, drop. Okay, we were able to put it in there. It didn't cause us to sink or anything, so that's good news, but we've still got a few more things to put on the truck, so let's see how this goes. I don't think solar panels are especially heavy necessarily. So many button clicks to take stuff down. I wish there was an easier way. I'm going to have to get into using the hotkeys. R, so it's E-R, Y. Enter. Okay, I'm getting it. R, Y, enter. Take some practice. You got to practice it. All right. R. Luckily, there's ample opportunity to practice it, isn't there? That's what makes the game great, though. R, Y, enter. R, Y, enter. Good, we did it. Yeah, it wasn't so torturous. All right, now let's examine our vehicle and install one of these batteries here. I want to put it on a frame that is probably in good condition. This one's fine. Car battery. Boom. Which one do we want to put? Well, one that's not... I'm surprised I have one that's injured there. Oh. Yeah, that one's damaged, but all right, we'll put this one. Good enough. Now we've got two. The charges will level out, but we're about to start driving, so because we've got an alternator, it will charge the battery as we drive. And I think it's going to be enough to keep the refrigerator on, so we shouldn't have to worry. All right, so let's haul. We're going to do advanced inventory management below me right there, and then into the truck. Okay, that's too full, so we'll come over to this side. We'll put it in this side. Nice. All right, everything's loaded up. What's in this square? Junk. What's right here? Trash. Trash. Okay, just checking. We've checked those cars. I've looted the church. I think we're ready to go. Let's check the truck one more time. Okay, it is still seaworthy, still floats, and we've gotten ourselves an oven. Not to mention we got a little mini fridge full of food, so this was a pretty good trip, if I do say so myself. Do I have any food to drop off? Yeah, we've got some flatbreads. Put those in there. Okay, good. I think I got a little bit of junk on me. Let me look at what I just dropped there. Oh, shoot, I still have the oven on me. Whoopsie. Glad I noticed that. Let's wear those, grab the books. So that means I tried to put it in a cargo space that was too full. Tell you what, let's put it in the front here. Yeah. Okay, so now it's in the car. It's in this front one next to me. Can plug it in and do some baking while I drive. There we go. All right, I think we're ready to leave. Close the doors up. Hold on tight, Doyle. Putting the pedal to the metal, buddy, and you don't have a seatbelt on. And there is no back to that truck. Whew. It's a crazy life. All right, now it's starting to lag out for no reason at all. Bro, what's happening? No, it's not lagging. I'm sorry. I'm mistaken. I pushed the wrong button. That's what happened. All right, guys, let's do this. Getting started with more Cataclysm tonight. Oh, my gosh. And I'm going to be streaming it again tomorrow. Better believe it. Better believe it. Last one we did was on YouTube, and I went for 5 hours on that stream. All right, so let's plan it out. Like I said, is now the time? I think now is the time. Our truck is down to 25% diesel fuel. We've got to head over to this raceway, and we're going to start working on a new vehicle. Something. That's the wrong command. All right, let's go. Let's do it. Not that I don't love this military cargo vessel, but I mean it's since we are a nomad, having a diesel truck that is essentially a gas guzzler or a diesel guzzler is not sustainable. It's really not. Okay, I don't think I've driven over this bridge yet. I think we've okay, I think we've driven under it, but while we were on the water. Yep, fuel's officially at 24% now. Tell you what, this thing. My goal, ideally, would be to get electric vehicle. All right, just looking at the refuse on the road. Oh, we got a little bit of a car right here at the foot of the bridge. Let's pop out and see what that's all about. Let go of the controls. Oh, I'm curious about the battery. Okay, so they're at 49%. Let's keep our eyes on those. We definitely don't want to kill the truck because of that fridge. First aid kit. What do you got for me? Alright, go and grab it. It's in the front. Oh, yeah. You know what? Just give me everything. Not that. We'll trade away the maple syrup. I already have an umbrella. That's pretty good. Do we get everything? Yeah. Now let's look at this vehicle real quick. See, it's a perfect car battery on this. I think we're going to grab that. It's also got controls on it, too. I'm going to grab the controls. It's good to have an extra set of those. There was a time where I had 2 vehicles I was working on, and neither of them was drivable because I was very stupid and I took out the controls. All right, so we've got an extra set of controls now, and let's grab the battery. Boom. Battery takes like no time at all to take out. Oh, let's put this in the back. And then, of course, we're going to double check to make sure we can still float. I'm never going to take that for granted again. After seeing this car sink to the bottom of a lake once, that was enough for me. We'll just put that in there too. All right, here we go. Now we got some combat ahead of us. Her leg, she still favors her leg and her arm and her head, so we got to be careful. I can't believe her head's in that bad of shape. She's literally wearing like a medieval iron helmet right now. All right, either way, let's move. We are in basically uncharted territory. I've driven through this area a little bit, but not explored it much. This water treatment plant, you know what? We should stop here and check it. Clearing it is pretty trivial. Ooh, wait a second. Never mind. These sturges right here, these are nasty. Horrid flying creature, looks like a cross between a large bat and an oversized mosquito. Weak glue is a valuable ingredient. Weak glue. Never heard of that. I don't know what weak glue is, to be honest with you, my friend. Could not tell you the answer to that. Oh, I want to clear that, but I don't want to mess with Sturges right now. No way. No way. We'll just move on to the real target, which is this motor speedway right next to us. Look at the cars. Look at the amount of cars over here, people. Oh, yeah. These things are great. Yeah, in my book, if I don't know what it is or what it's good for, then I take it with me and I put it in my cargo truck. All right, we got a Dermatic to the south, but to be quite honest, that's not necessarily the worst thing in the world. Could potentially use that Dermatic to help us clear some zombies. I was doing that with a giant ladybug in a different world. Giant ladybugs are fierce fighters. Alright, I'm going too fast. Let's turn this corner. Alright, we do have zombies ahead of us. Nice. Oh shit, we just lost another boat hull. I think I need to stop ramming zomboids. As much as I'd love to do it. You know, the good news is, too, once we get this vehicle sorted, or if we just get bored with it and we want to do something else, there is an underground lab here that we still need to explore fully. I think the safest thing is probably to pull out to this pond over here for starters. Yeah, let's not set up our little campsite right next to the zombies. It's probably a mistake. Don't hit the rock. Don't hit the rock. Avoid the rocks. Uh-oh. What's this? Gain vehicle skill 10. Great. That's what I always wanted. Alright, stop. Stop. And let's check out the battery. 70%. Not bad, not bad. She is hungry, so let's go ahead and have a meal. Cold baked potatoes. Cooked lentils. Just going to fill her right up. Oh. Okay. Not good. Not a big deal, though. We'll just eat some ibuprofen or something. Acetaminophen. Okay. Now, we engorged her, but that's okay. Like I was saying earlier, she's been on the brink of being underweight, so that's not good. Let me just check something real quick. Okay. Let's grab all this stuff and drop some of it into the fridge. I'm not going to do much sorting except for food items. I do want to keep those relatively fresh. Okay, that's good enough. And we'll drop the rest of it right here. Good. Okay, so let me look at my inventory. We've got our AR-15 in our holdout pocket. We got 2 magazines for it. We got our bombs, our grenades, 1 Molotov. We're carrying a bit of weight here, 67 out of 116. Ideally, I'd like to be a bit lower weight so we can get more loot and stuff, but we can worry about looting after. We're really just going in there to clear. In fact, you know what? Take the bag off. Yeah, that'll give me a lot more mobility in torso and less encumbrance. My jeans are about to break. Hold on, I got an idea. Let me grab. Do I have the needle on me? There it is. Let's go ahead and repair. Why doesn't the pants show up? It's not letting me repair my pants. Oh, it's probably because I don't have the patches for it. Hold on. Let's come over here. I might need some denim, which I'm not actually sure if I have. Now it becomes much more difficult to find the needle. There it is. Alright. Yeah, it still doesn't show those. I assume we probably need some denim. I bet you we can get it. My concern is if my pants get torn off, then everything that's in those pockets will just spill out onto the ground. Which obviously is a bad thing. Alright, here we go. Jersey. I took the bag off now. Well, there's leather pants. I don't really think I guess I could look for jeans. Maybe we just switch out. Okay, those are poor fit, so let's grab those. We'll drop them. We're going to cut those up, disassemble them. Yep. And let's do that again. Disassemble patchwork denim sheet, 8 denim patches. I am assuming now we should be able to repair. Kevlar vest. Doesn't show the pants. Hold on. All right, let's do the vest. It's good we're doing the vest too. That's actually probably more important. All right. Okay, completely repaired it. Let's look at the jeans. If we examine them and scroll down, disassembly takes repair using bone needle sewing kit, or tailor's kit with denim. Well, I have denim here. I have 8 denim patches, patchwork denim sheets. Huh. Let's do, hold on a second. All right, let's do this. We're going to disassemble another denim sheet. Then we're going to disassemble, oh, that's it. That's as far as I can disassemble. Damn it. That is weird. Is it because it's plant fiber, maybe? Oh, well. I don't know, but overall it's not something I can deal with at the moment. We'll have to find some more clothing. Just loot more clothes, probably. Just get ourselves a fresh pair of denim. All right, let's grab our spear. We've got it. Let's do this. Check something real quick. Grab some of the extra medicines. Put those in our little pockets. All right, here we go. We're going to head in, clear. What do I got a mark for? Hidden lab. Oh, yeah. Let me leave a mark here, too, by the truck. Always leave a note whenever I drop my bag. I never take that for granted, because I will forget it. Wow, boarded up grocery store. Not a single calorie inside. That's actually quite common, believe it or not. Grocery stores rarely have food in them. So this is like a mutant dog or something here. Fleshy hunter. It says it's on all fours. It's probably, I didn't look, but it's probably faster than us. Has not spotted me yet, though. Let's get this fence between us. Oh, there are wasps here, too. That's interesting. Well, let's stay focused on the fleshy hunters and stuff. Wish I could get closer. Because we're going to have to climb this fence to get their attention. Okay, we've got their attention. Didn't take much. Oh, shit. Okay, it's not a dog. Because it went right up over that fence. What is this thing? Zombie. It can climb. Oh. I thought it was like flying or something. It only says it's mildly dangerous, so it's all over us, though. Damn. All right, let's drop our spear and stop the bleeding real quick. There we go. Grab it. Wield. We're in minimal pain. Wait, where's the zombies? Okay, they're coming at us. Let me look at this guy. Fire hardened wooden spear. Interesting. Oh, dude's got a propane cooker on him. No way. Well, there we go. I guess I didn't need to lug that, what's it called? That oven all the way from the church. You got a shopping cart instead. Yeah, shopping carts are good. I like a good shopping cart. I do prefer a trash can, like one of those big recycling trash cans, but carts are awesome too. All right, smash. Oh, I didn't even see that guy. They're all coming and they're making noise on the way, so they'll attract all the zombies. Look at this. There's just a freaking swarm of wasps, like hanging behind me, just watching me kill these zombies. I can see them on the mini-map here, these yellows. Oh, they're just watching me. We still might use them to our advantage. I don't know. We'll see. I might just avoid them or try and kill them with Molotovs or something. All right, so let's police all the zombies up in one pile. And now we'll just squish them all at once. Takes it a couple minutes. Where? Yeah, I tried to kill one wasp and even two with pike and literally could not hit. They're tiny. They're small. They're very small. Oh, shit. And it's right on me. Run. Run. Now our best bet is to aggro this wasp onto the zombie right here and hope that it gets... Oh, there's a zombie necromancer right there. I think the wasp retreated. I do not think it's on me anymore. Crap. This necromancer's a coward. Sorry, I didn't mean to shout. Oh, bro just got back up. Here comes the wasp. Whoops. Oh, it's on the necromancer. Alright, it's on the necromancer. Just killed the necromancer. It's not on me anymore, but yeah, if you look at the thing, you can see it says small in size. Very hard to hit. It's probably got good dodge too. The necromancer revives zombies. He's kind of a coward though on his own, isn't he? All right, so I really want to take that out. The thing is basically sitting between us and everything we need. What can we do? We don't have much in the way of spells. In fact, that's useless. We could pull out the... Let's pull out the gun. What? Hold on, pocket here. Oh. Alright, so... I'm going to go ahead and put in my earplugs too. We can definitely fire at it. I'm going to try for some precise shooting. We did not do it. Oh, it's fighting. Okay, let's give it a second. It's fighting more zombies. As long as the... Oh, there's another wasp coming in hot. Coming in hot to where I just shot off. Damn it. It's not on me, but it heard that noise and it was attracted to it. Oh, two of them were. That was a bit of a mistake, wasn't it? Yeah, you know what? Because fire... Oh, that one's almost dead. That's the one I think that was just fighting. See if we can slip over here. Get back in here. Maybe I can just ignore him. Just checking out the loot. Let's look at this little guy. Little golf cart. Nah, it's totally shattered. Alright, I'm going to ignore the wasps for now. Let's continue to clear this thing. So I'm going to put away the gun. And we'll grab the spear again. Minimal pain. Oh boy. Let me think here. I think the best bet actually in this point is to run across. Grab a couple of them. Let's walk again. Come on, guys. I don't want these wasps to aggro on me again, but I want to take these guys out. I need to take my earplugs out. Alright. Take out earplugs. Alright, let's climb this fence and squash these guys. If we're going to be at this location for a little while, I don't want to be dealing with resurrecting zombies, you know. Ignore it. Alright, let's go take that one out. There's another small group right over here. Now, after we take out the main parking lot, we've still got to go cover the garage. Oh, shoot. And there could be ferals in the garage. In fact, there's almost certainly are ferals in that garage. And That's going to be where most of those wasps are at, too. They're kind of close to that area. Alright. Where's the other zombie at? There's usually a lot of zombies in these motor speedways like this. Alright, I think the rest of the bleachers are clear. But we've got some in the parking lot out here. Oop. Got more than one. Oh yeah, I'm telling you what, making this better spear here, this isn't even magical, but that spear has made a heck of a lot of difference. Alright, how we looking? That noise right there probably would have attracted all the zombies, so I think that might be it. It's all in one pile. Uh-oh, our mood's tanking. Yeah, I think we just killed a few younglings guilty about killing. Alright, let's pop in smartphone, a little bit of music. Sure. Do we have any gum? I don't, but I do have antidepressant. Oh, we have caffeinated chewing gum. We'll do that. We'll save the antidepressants for... Wait, I also saw some mango gum, too. Alright, good. Smash. Takes it a moment. We're getting weary. Let's see, it's 9:30 in the morning, though. How many have you killed so far? I'm at 30, and I'm considering raiding a school to go with more. Hold on, as soon as it stops, we'll go to our stat screen. Smashing is so absurdly long. Okay, there we go. Whoops. I think, is it... No. I gotta remember which key binding I've got it set to. It's not this one. No. It's, V. Kills. Total of 464. We've got... I don't see the younglings. Oh, there it is. 14. Not that many. Most of I've killed are minors. That makes sense. Yeah, I've met a lot less. I tend to focus on mines quite a bit. Zombie cops are third on the list. Then fat zombies. This is America, you know. Alright, fat zombie prisoners. Yeah, we cleared a prison too, so that makes sense. Alright, cool. Oh, and 3 painted turtles at the bottom of the list. Had to do it, folks. Alright, I just getting a look at the loot. I know, I don't even have my backpack, so I shouldn't be bothering with it yet, but it's loot. I can't resist it. Alright, let's make sure there's no stragglers out here in this parking lot. This is really what we came for, too, was right here, these cars. In fact, in my current view, I see 3 different electric cars. One of them looks completely trashed. Yeah, there's nothing salvageable about this one. Then there's this one, which looks partially trashed. Just found a flu shot. If I inject it, will I not get flu for a year? Yes. You will, in fact, you will see when you inject it, go into your character sheet, it will appear here. It will say something like immunized or something about it. I found those once. I found a flu shot once in my play, and I just injected it too. And it sticks around for a long time. That's a good thing. I still wouldn't go around like drinking unfiltered water and stuff like that. Like I wouldn't try to get sick, but it, can't hurt. It's a little bonus, if nothing else. All right, so let's check this one. This has an electric motor, which is good, but it's in real bad shape. It does have usable solar panels on it, though, at least one, maybe 2. The batteries are completely shot. Let's look at the engine itself. Okay, there's the large electric motor. If I repair it... Oh, wow. I mean, actually, most of the stuff I have, like all the welding stuff we've got... just say arc welder. Actually, there might be a couple things I need. Portables. I don't have a soldering iron. That is something I would need. So there's no way we can really repair this electric motor right now. It would be so much easier just to find one intact and then build off that, which is why I'm hoping this last one right here, it's got solar panels on it. I don't know if it's a true electric. It is. Oh, look at that. So the engine's not in perfect shape, but it is definitely in better shape than the other one. The lower group was all OR. Wait. Well, the lower group was all OR. Do you not have a single one of these items? Oh, they're in my truck. It's just they're out of reach. Oh, no. I'm sorry. You're talking about the lower group with the soldering iron? I don't think so. But like I said, we have a better prospect right here, so let's focus on this one. This engine isn't perfect, but for one thing, there is a perfect battery in here. See, this one says it's draining, so we want to get that out of there. Oh, holy crap. It actually has a charge on it. Let's get... This car should start. Wait, hold on. No, it's got no wheels. It could start, though, but it just doesn't have wheels. Let's take out this battery before it drains the rest of that tiny little charge. I mean, we've got batteries with charges, so that's not a big deal, but I'm just surprised by that. All right. I guess we're working on the car right now, so let's turn on safe mode. We'll clear the other stuff later. Let's investigate this vehicle a bit more. So we need wheels, but 17 inches almost certainly there are wheels in this parking lot. We can take out the security system. Oh, I got to go get my backpack. Let me look at this a little bit more, though. Yeah, so what... I mean, it's not in great shape. A lot of the stuff needs to be replaced, like the frames, but that's not a bad thing, because what we're going to do is spend time stripping our cargo truck of all its military grade, like armor plating and, you know, like armored windshields and stuff. And we're going to install it on here as much as we can. In order to do that, though, we really do want to get our batteries charging as soon as possible, because we're going to need a hell of a lot of welding stuff. So, with that being the case, let's clear the rest of this place. We got to do it. Yeah, and that's a good thing, too. These garages over here on the side by the wasp nest, they could have welding stuff in them. Almost certainly they have some components for it. Do you not have the skill to upgrade the truck to electric instead of the other way? I don't know if I could uninstall the engine on the diesel truck and then reinstall. I think in order to... Because in order to install an electric engine on an existing truck that has a fossil fuel engine, to make it a hybrid, in other words, I'm pretty sure it's mechanics level 8, which we're not. I'm a mechanic level 4. But to just install the engine, like an electric engine on a frame, essentially without an existing fossil fuel motor, might not be so restrictive. I don't know, is the ultimate question. I don't think we could make a hybrid right now with my skill level. We might be able to take the engine and replace it with the skill, but I don't think I would have the tools for that. You know what I'm saying? It is a lot of work, you know. I mean, putting the boat holes on this truck was a lot of work, but ultimately it's all right. It's part of what this is all about. I don't mind it either. I actually really enjoy working on like the vehicles and stuff in this game. It's not something that I typically shy away from too much. All right, so we do have wasps over here on our left, obviously. Their nest is right there too. That's what all this papery material is here. So let's open the doors and see if we've got some crazy ferals. Are you in here? The neighborhood friendly feral? Oh yeah, yes. So he's in here. What do we got? Motor oil. That's interesting. Scissor jack and some wheels. See, we got 16-inch racing tires here. Well, this garage is kind of a letdown. Turn that off. All right, so what's the best thing to do here? You know, I got an idea. I'm just going to turn on sprint. I guess there's nothing in that one. I'm going to open these doors. Oh, shoot. Damn you. We're hitting the torso for 1 damage. I was kind of hoping... Okay, yeah, there would be multiple guys. All right, there's 2 of them. They're out. All right, we're going to stop sprinting. We're just going to walk. But I'm going to try and walk them into the wasp's nest without getting ourselves attacked here. Oh, there's the queen. Oh, they're going. Okay. We did it. Run away. While they're getting themselves murdered, and they're dead, we're going to come back to the garages. Hee. Close the door. All right, what do we got in here? Welding goggles is weak. We already have a pair. Okay, tires. Oh, marbles. Nah, all right, that sucks. I don't know what we would use those for. Second arc welder. Don't really need 2 arc welders, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put a note on the map. Just in case we ever lose ours. Maybe ours sinks to the bottom of a lake or something crazy like that, and we have to replace it. I don't know. Anything could happen. All right, let's see what we got here. Ah, that is a beautiful sight. That right there is what we desperately need. Welding rods. And, yeah, well, soldering iron would be great too, but that right there is a huge one. Oh, that doesn't matter. Yeah, that one little bundle of soldering, or whatever it was, welding wire, that's worth the whole exercise in clearing the garages. Now, let's look at this. Okay, this is a gas pump. Not diesel. Okay, we got wasps to the south of us, too. Let's not forget that. Yeah, we're going to have to deal with these wasps at some point. Oh, boy. Right, you know what? I don't have my bag, so I'm still over here looting, and I don't even have the bag. Let's go in here. Clear this place fully. We don't want any enemies around, including god-awful wasps. Alright, so I could live potentially with the wasp nest being right here. It's a crater. But then again, maybe not. They're awfully close to the parking lot. The real issue now, though, are these wasps that are to the south right here. There's a couple of them right here. We do not want those guys there. It's like literally between me and the truck. Alright, but first let's squish these boys. Turn on safe mode. And if we can clear this area of wasps too, I could actually like do some zoning and we could loot the whole thing properly. Somehow a bunch of them. Ooh, throw a grenade. That's not a bad idea. Molotov cocktail too. You know, I was thinking about setting their little nest on fire. You know, because technically the wasps aren't hostile right away. So sometimes if you do lure enough enemies, you know, you can kind of scatter the wasps. And if you can sneak in and close, you can just set their papery walls on fire. It won't necessarily kill them, but it'll kill their little larvae and stuff. You know, another thing... Maybe we could lure... I wish I hadn't killed all the zombies now. Kind of. I do have grenades, but those are a bit more valuable. I mean, I can't really make grenades right now. We can easily make Molotov cocktails, but not grenades. Grenades are for something more serious than wasps. Again, I don't have my bag, but I'm looking at loot. First aid kit. Alright, we'll come back for all that. Let me just think. Yeah, let's go get our bag. Because I think we've successfully cleared. Cleared and squished. Yeah, I'd like to just pull the truck up right here. Maybe these two nearby wasps, I might just try and run them down. One of them's very badly injured because it was already fighting zombies. Oh, where's my trucks? Right over here. And of course, we're sitting right above a laboratory too, which means there's going to be stuff below us that'll slow down the processing, but at the same time, we did clear a large portion of this particular lab, so it won't be as much as it was. All right, let's close her up and close that backside. Let me put away my spear and let's do some bashing. Oh, wrong way. "16 miles an hour is usually a good ramming speed. Of course, faster is better." Squished him. Where's his buddy? Did I miss it? It's behind me? Yeah, it's like in the trees. Alright, he saw me squish his buddy, so he wasn't happy about that. You're about to feel the wrath here, dude. Yeah. Alright. We will stop and let go. Hey, Taymonger. Hello, welcome back, buddy. Thanks for coming in. You're back from morning prayers. Well, welcome to the stream, my friend. You've gone from the holy to the unholy here. We're playing Cataclysm. Dark days ahead. Almost at the long dark. Let's smash. But I appreciate you dropping in once again. We're trying to deal with some disgusting mutated wasps. Yeah, we're here at a motor speedway where there's an absolute wealth of vehicles, and there also happens to be a wasp's nest. Alright, let's go pull up the truck where we want to park it. I'll pull up right to hopefully what becomes our new electric vehicle. It's only, as much as I've played in as many vehicles as I've had in this game, it's not often that I have an electric vehicle. Once or twice I have. But if we can make... Oh, what did I hit? If we can make an electric vehicle that is also aquatic, oh, then we're talking. That'll be something new for me. Alright, backing it up. Perfect. Close enough. Nope, too close, too close. Go forward. There we go. Okay, close enough. A little bit farther back. Alright, stop it. Kill it. How's the batteries? You holding up? 74%. We've got our little mini fridge on, so we don't want to kill our batteries, but let me squish here. Come on. What's going on? Ooh, drugs. Now we're going to take this time to go ahead and set up our solar panels. Oh my god, you know what? Can I just do it from over here, maybe? Let's try it. Taymonger says, LOL, I left a wasp attack. You in RimWorld, and when I get back, you attack wasps here too. You better believe it. Oh yeah, my friend. Alright. The building menu allows us to reach these batteries and solar panels that are in our truck from a pretty good distance. Oh my god, it is taking a while to process this. I can tell already. That ain't good. Just to lay a battery takes like 30 seconds. Not quite that long, but yikes. Well, we have to do this. I mean, I guess I could potentially put some wheels on the car and then drive it away from here and work on it in the field or something. But I don't know if I can actually get that accomplished. We'll see. We'll see about these wheels. That could be the most challenging part. But if we do get the wheels on here, I'll probably move it. Because we're sitting on top of a lab. And it is slowing things down. It is not the wasp nest alone that's doing that. Okay. Almost done. Oh, now we're a little too far. Okay, we can start to place our panels. Hey, Windaflatus, lurking here again. Well, welcome. Was there a manhole on the other side of the road on the right? Yeah, actually, buddy, that was what I was just referring to. The laboratory, that's the entrance to the lab. In the previous stream, I noticed that manhole and I was like, dude, that's really weird that there's just a manhole like out in the middle of this little field next to this parking lot. We went down below and it is, in fact, a lab. So that's why it's taken so long for stuff to process right now, because there's a bunch of stuff below us. I don't know what it is, but we've explored a couple labs in this playthrough so far. But we're definitely going to go down there again at some point, buddy. You better believe it. We're not done with that lab. Right now, we're just I really want to get focused on this vehicle. Our character is a nomad as one of her traits, which means if we stay in the same place for too long, obviously she starts to take a really bad mood hit. And the vehicle we currently have, this big green monster, is a diesel military vehicle, and it is a gas hog. It guzzles the diesel, and it's just not sustainable with a character who's a nomad to be, who needs to basically be constantly on the road driving. We can stay at a place for like 2 days max before it really starts to annoy her, and then it becomes worse and worse the longer we stay. So we're trying to convert to an electric vehicle. As much as I do love the military grade stuff, we're going to try and get this baby working. This is one of the best shaped electric vehicles we've seen so far. It doesn't have wheels, but I'm hoping this engine is going to carry us through. It's a little bit dinged up. Hey, Akitato. Welcome, my friend. Hello, hello. Thanks for dropping by. Just doing some Cataclysm streams here. Getting ready to start working on a vehicle, buddy. Let me see here. Can I repair it? So it does require a bunch of aluminum welding rods, chunks of aluminum, arc welder, and down here again at the bottom, I need some sort of soldering. Firearm repair kit, gunsmith repair kit. Maybe we can whip one of those up. Firearm repair. We'll have to look. In fact, let's go into kit. Let's just look up the word kit. Did it say miscellaneous repair kit? I kind of want to just make one of these right now. Let's just make one. Looks the same as Unreal World, but modern apocalyptic. The very good comparison, for sure. Very similar in a lot of ways, 100%. But yeah, it is a much deeper game, Cataclysm, the game we're playing now, than Unreal World. There's a lot to it. A lot. And it's actually a free-to-play game, too, if you're interested. Check the pinned comment. That's my VOD list for YouTube. Every one of my videos over on YouTube has a link to the Cataclysm downloader. If you're interested, let me know. I can also get you the link real quick. But fantastic game. Like I said, totally free. You can download it and be playing it in a couple of minutes. All right, so we've got this repair kit, but I don't think this was what it asked for. I just wanted to make it because that actually could come in handy down the road for real. Let's look at that again. Maybe I'm wrong, though. Nope. Some sort of other kit. Firearm or gunsmith. Okay, let's check. Kit again. I don't even... Oh, there's the firearm. I need a pipe. Oh, I need a freaking portable soldering iron. If I had that, I wouldn't need this repair kit. Yeah, that's no good. So that's a no-go on repairing the engine yet. But I tell you what, man, if we find a soldering iron, all our dreams are going to come true. God. All right, so let me look at this thing real quick. Yeah, we do have some trunk space. I like this vehicle. This could be just as good a car as we've got now in terms of its cargo capacity, almost. Yeah, it's got a lot of interior space to it. Okay, so let me think about what we need to do here. I'm going to put this away. We've got our batteries hooked up. Let me take the solar panel that's on the roof. I put one on the roof of my truck. Now I'm thinking about it because that's actually the only thing keeping the batteries charging. But it's not that big a deal. I think we'll drive a bit more. So yeah, let me take off that panel. Too bad we were not in the same world. I would be open for trading. Pretty sure I have several soldering irons. Dang it. Yeah. And I've got a book or two I think you'd probably be interested in. But that's too bad. That's one thing Kata does not have is multiplayer components of any kind. But yeah, it's not a bad idea. Maybe somebody could mod it in one day. You know, RimWorld's not a multiplayer game, but there is a mod that allows you to play on the same world, and essentially it's kind of how it works is you can just trade with the other players, and I think you can visit their colonies too. But all right, let's place that solar panel. Yeah, it was one of the first things you checked. Said, yeah, I don't know of a lot of roguelike games that are multiplayer because the time system, roguelike, like true roguelike games, roguelike, the genre has become applied to a lot of different games, but games like this, which are the time is dependent on your character's move, you know, it'd be weird to kind of figure that out in multiplayer because every time you move, that's when the time moves. But then you've got somebody else over here moving, so I guess time is moving for you too, even if you're not, you see what I mean? But I guess it could work. It wouldn't be that terrible, would it? Let's get this thing out of here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over to this electric vehicle, and we're going to try and remove the solar panels from it. It had 2, I think. Just need to feed my niece's dog her breakfast. I'll be back then. Okay, Tailmonger, no worries, buddy. All right, it's taking forever to do this stuff. It's not really that long. It's just annoying that it's not going quicker. And it's definitely because of what's below us. All right, so... Man. I'm actually starting to think maybe we should just attach the wheels and move it. Because they're going to be... I mean... hold on, let me get this other solar panel. It's pretty badly damaged, but we might be able to get this off in one piece here. Let's just see. Thanks for dropping by the stream, everybody. We've got a few folks here today. Going to be doing some more streaming tomorrow, too. So I've become really addicted to Cataclysm. I didn't have one planned for today, but I was like, well, I want to play, so I might as well just get on and stream. All right, so we're almost done with this. The only thing that sucks about moving this vehicle is I just set up all of these batteries and solar panels. Now I gotta take them down again. Alright, so yeah, with that being the case, let's focus more on the wheels real quick. I will go ahead and place these just because it's only 2 and it will help. I mean, we want to get the charge on these batteries as high as possible because the arc welder that we're using for welding is obviously powered by electricity, but one of the highest uses is installing these cargo pods. That takes a lot of welding material, believe it or not removing them, but putting them into a vehicle is pretty hefty resource draw. Okay, anyway, let's get focused here. So we've got those charging. Yeah, we can work on the wheels. Let these charge. It's not a bad thing that I did it like this. Because we can just come back here at the very last thing when we're finally ready to start welding this car. All right, how you doing back there, Doyle? Look at Doyle just stand there with his aluminum bat. He's ready to kill anything that attacks his master. All right, so... wheels. Let's start by taking the crappy ones out. Okay, it says we'll need an impact or lug and a tool with jacking 2 or strength 69. That might be difficult. Let's look at some of these cars. Oh, interesting. I'm going to find some loot here that I'll want. But yeah, almost certainly we can find a lug wrench. Tool with jacking might be a little bit difficult. Although you'd think we'll find them. Hopefully. All right, take that and that. And what are we looking at here? The jerry can. Let's wheel that. We're taking that with us. I'm going to start piling up loot next to our stuff as opposed to putting it in the truck, because we might end up transferring it. Oh, okay. We'll take everything except the rotten eggplant. There we go. And oh, we got more bandages. This parking lot's turning out to be a pretty good gold mine of stuff. All right, let's do this logically. We'll start with the first row. Check those 3. Actually, I kind of want the thermos. I've been collecting thermoses recently. Here we go. What do we got? Scissor jack. That has jacking 4. And a lug wrench. We'll take that. Give me the flares. Awesome. And good. Alright, was that what we needed exactly? So, to remove the wheel. Yep, we're good now. Awesome, awesome. We're getting hungry. It's going to take a while to process these wheels, but once we get these changed, I think I am going to try and move this thing. Yeah, it's actually, look at that, the charge has gone up by a single %, so the solar panels are doing the work. All right, keep going. That's one wheel. I wonder, what size are these? 17 inches. Let's actually install as we go. So we've got a wheel right here. Let's install that as we go. Damn, just walked too close to a burning building. That hurts. Yeah. I'm pretty sure you should be able to see hot air. You know, if you use the look command, I can't do it right now because I'm locked in, but X, if you use X and you go to a square, it will show if it's got superheated air around it. And it goes by stages, like hot air 1, 2, or 3 or something like that, I think. So you can actually see the hot air, believe it or not, but you can't see it when you're just walking. You know, you got to actually inspect it. But yeah, if the fire's burning hot enough and, you know, long enough, you can get damaged just by it. I've actually had characters die because they'll get so injured from the hot air, they fall. They like fall to the ground and can't get back up, and then the fire just consumes them. Yeah, it's a pretty tragic way to go. It's not fun. Not fun, my friend. Be careful around that hot air. Superheated air. All right, we got another wheel here, so let's grab that. Okay, we'll drop it. Let's take off. Okay, we got one wheel there. Extra light frame. Take that wheel out. Strange, I see the hot air, but where I walked, there was none, really. But my blisters say otherwise. Huh, it could shift, too. It might have shifted away. I don't know, though. I'm not sure what's going on with it, friend. Let's install that wheel. Beautiful. 2 more to go. You know, that is one thing that our military truck is going to have over this thing. It's actually got 6 wheels on it, and instead of 4, it's got an extra set of wheels, which is really nice, actually, in the Cataclysm, you know. It might actually have more than that. It might have like 10 or 12, I don't remember, but... Alright, so we've got 2 more 17 inchers we're going to need, and this wheel hub assembly, steerable, looks real bad. Let's see if we can find another 17-inch wheel hub assembly steerable. That would be this. Take the wheel. I don't know if I can install this without welding, though. It's not a big deal. We'll just have to plug our arc welder in. Oh, you know what? I never went and got that the welding wire either. All right, let's take out the wheel hub assembly. Now, we could install the good wheel into the bad wheel hub assembly. It's not the end of the world, but if that thing breaks, then the whole car is going to stop working. So it's better to just put the best parts in we can get our hands on now. All right, let's move it over here. Let me... Well, first... Yeah, let's go get that welding wire while I'm thinking about it, because we got to brave a little gauntlet here. Excuse me. Let's get past these wasps. Let's see. It's 2:30 in the afternoon. Oh, we got a zombie to smash over here. I didn't smash him. Oh, crap. It's aggroed on me. I really don't want to shoot at it, because that will just attract all of them. I'm not in a great position to throw a Molotov cocktail. Then again, maybe I am. Alright, a Molotov's lit. We're throwing it over the fence. Let me take a couple sprinting steps. I see it. I want... Oh, my Molotov just died. Okay. I wanted to get over the fence. Ha 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 ha, son of a gun. Alright, let's walk. I don't actually know if that injured it at all. Oh, God, I don't think that injured it at all. It's flying above the fire. Wield. It might hurt it still, though. It might damage it. No, it's not damaging it. Oh, Doyle. Okay, it actually just de-aggroed, I think. Yeah. It's not great, though. Oh, I'm still sprinting. Lure them to the wasps? Lure who to the wasps? Well, I can get my welding wire now without getting attacked, but that thing is real close to the parking lot now. Where was that? Was this it? I'll take that motor oil. Maybe the lump of steel, too. I don't know what for, but... So I thought you were talking about... Oh, no problem. I wish I had some zombies left, actually. I kind of regret clearing them all myself now. I should have just walked them into the frickin' wasps. There was probably enough here to get them to clear this nest, too. Which is really annoying, but... Alright, let's delete this. And... you know what? If you can get the spell Magic Missile, which is a magus... which is a magus magic school spell, it actually works wonders against small flying creatures like wasps and hornets and those raptor things, because it never misses. It has a chance to fail, so you can fail the cast, but if you successfully cast Magic Missile, it always hits the target, and it is great for those really small ones that, like, shooting at or hitting melee is difficult. So I always go for Magic Missile if I come across a spell book that teaches it. But keep in mind that when you learn a spell like that, it will lock you out of the alternate or the opposite spell school. So just keep that in mind. It does give you the warning, too. Whenever you go to learn a spell, it will pop up and tell you that. You're already a magus. Nice. Yeah, get your hands on that Magic Missile if possible. Alright, so we made it back. We didn't get chased. Let's have a little bite to eat. She's hungry. Flour tortilla. But no Magic Missile. Spider climb. I don't know what that is. Does that just allow you to climb really well? That sounds pretty cool. Fast noodles. Alright, let's not force them to eat. We will force them to drink. A little bit. Let's drink some green tea. Supposedly lets you climb walls. Dude, that would be kind of awesome. It's like having a stepladder attached to your hands. That could be good, dude, because getting up and down on roofs is really clutch when you're clearing a city and stuff. I actually had a spell once. It was for a teleportation spell, but it wasn't a true blink. All it lets you do is teleport up and down a level. You could teleport up a level and over like one square, and then down. It was perfect for getting up and down roofs, like one story high roofs. It was absolutely the best spell I think I've ever had. All right, so looking better. Let's turn safe mode on. It's 2:30 in the PM. Let's continue working on these wheels. So I'm gonna put that spear away. Yeah. We need to figure out if I need to set up my arc welder to install a wheel hub assembly. So let's take out this crappy wheel. By the way, big drawback of the pike, you can no longer climb fences. Do you have a spear strap? So can you sheath it and put it on your back and then climb the fence? All right, let's take that out now. Now we're going to see if we can install the wheel hub assembly into this same square. All right, taking it a little while. If we get this, then we're only one tire away from moving this baby. All right, so we want probably at the bottom. We don't see anything about a wheel. Yeah, again, it's probably going to require... There it is, steerable. Oh, that's heavy duty, but it's probably the same. Mechanics 5, no. Wheel hub assembly... Oh, okay, it is Mechanics 4, good. Yeah, all we need is our arc welder. Cool. We got this. So let's grab that. There it is, right there. I'm going to drop it next to the car. Then I'm going to interact. No. No, that's wrong. I'm going to wield it again. Now I'm going to activate it. And I'm going to attach it to the batteries. Good. I'll drag it over here and drop it. And it should be still plugged in. You can always tell if it's still plugged in because the cable will show that it's extended. Sometimes it like resets and it will unplug itself. It's kind of weird and finicky, but you just got to replug it in if that happens. Moving my microphone. All right, so back to the wheel. Was it this one? Yeah, I want to make sure we put it in the right spot. Yeah, it was right here. All right. It's got a perfect frame, perfect windshield. I just realized these are extra light frames. You think we should take some of these frames out? Now, let's not focus on that. Let's just do the wheel hub assembly. Steerable. There it is. Get in there. Woohoo! You think the pike is even too long for the spear strap? It has 2 spaces reach, so understandable. That's interesting. Yeah, that's definitely a disadvantage, especially if you're going to play with a magic caster, because you need your hands free to cast. But there is a bombastic perk, which allows you to bypass that need. It's under the meta magic perks, but I don't know if you're playing with bombastic perks or not there. All right, let's see what we got going on. Taking sweet time. Yeah, I knew projects like this, where we're welding and installing stuff, is going to take a lot longer. That's why I want to move this truck. Because once we start to get to the point where we're installing like cargo spaces, yeah, we don't. It's going to take forever. All right, let's see. I do, but dropping and picking out the pike is pretty fast, so I usually do that. Good. Now there's also holdout pocket. I don't know if it would fit the pike though. It's like a magic pocket, but it does have like a size restriction on it. Oh, we'll use our brazing rod. Awesome. What? Oh my god. I screwed it up. Alright, not to worry. I installed the bad... I took the crappy wheel hub assembly out, and then I just reinstalled it. Wasting the welding material and the electrical charge. Or there's a small container, and a pike is probably one of the most unwieldy. Yeah, it is a fairly small container, too. Not sure. Alright, god damn it. Now I'm going to grab the crappy wheel hub assembly, and I'm going to take that far away. We don't do that again. Alright, let's see if we can Get this in here right. Yep. Install. Bottom of the list. Steerable. Oh boy. Boy, oh boy. It's always something. Tell you what, guys, while this thing is processing here, I'm going to hop up and use the restroom. I will be right back. Wow, okay, it finished almost just as I was getting sitting down. All right, let's do that. Yeah, we got to get out of this parking lot. There's way too much stuff going on. And hey, we did it. All right, so we got to get the wheel in here too. Perfect. Go, go. You can do it. There it is. Oh, thanks for dropping by the stream, everybody. God, I'm getting addicted to this game. All right, so over here, yep, the wheel hub assembly on this side is totally fine. We just got to remove this 17-incher. Good, good, good. Take its time, take its time. Electric SUV. Can't be beat. My only real concern now with this vehicle, other than the light frames, is the fact that I don't know if it'll have enough roof space to actually hold enough solar panels so that it can keep the batteries charged as we drive, you know? We're going to have to hit a critical mass with the number of solar panels so that it will sustain us. There's a wheel. All right, let's grab that. Good, good, good. And one last one. I think it's this one. Yeah, there's the wheel hub assembly. Install wheel. Also, currently it can't swim, so you're back to dry land. Oh, that's true. That is true. You're 100% correct, my friend, which means that we're actually cut off from the forge currently. Yeah. So, because the only way to get the forge from this position is to drive over that little river. But I think this thing is ready to start up. I mean, it needs a lot more work on it. Let me take out the security system. It's just trashed. Yeah. All right, so what do we got here? Bunch of stuff. All right, let's move all this junk out of here. Stop. A lot of miscellaneous parts and stuff. I might take some of this. All right, but anyway, so close it up. What's in the back of this? Did we look? Oh, there's a solar suitcase there. Not bad, of course. That makes total sense. And a light cigarette. All right, let's see if it starts up. Yeah, you close it makes no noise at all, which you gotta love. Electric SUV engine starts up. Let's back it up. Uh-oh. Literally just got into a wreck. Okay, hold on, stop. There we go. All right. It's a little awkward when it's parked like this. So tight with other trucks and cars, but Trying to get it out of here without smashing. Oh, it did just collide. Good news is I think we're going so slow that it's not doing serious damage or anything. Ugh, I'm still colliding. Okay. I don't know how this thing turns. Feels a little awkward, but I imagine it probably turns tighter than the thing, but all right, I'm using up fuel here, just turning. Let's move it back to this pond over here. I think that's a pretty quiet area of the map. Already running over bushes and stuff, but check it out. We've got our first electric vehicle, people. Gotta love it. Where's that wasp? Okay, he's up in there. Yes. Let's see here. All right, pond is dead ahead. We'll park it like right here. Yeah, this is a pretty good area for us, even though, like I said, we'll essentially cut ourselves off from the forge. Once we do get this thing seaworthy, it's literally just right here. Super duper close. And we still have access on this side to, you know, some looting opportunities if we need. We can go into a city, one of these towns. What is this again? Oh, there's a go-kart track. Yep. All right, so let me see something. I think, yeah, let's go get the truck. I'm going to have to take down all those solar panels and stuff, but it's all right. Maybe we can get that done before the night, before darkness sets in on us. I got to be extra careful because of that stupid wasp. I don't want to provoke it going back and forth. All right, Doyle, what do you think, buddy? You're going to be getting a whole different ride pretty soon. All right, we'll grab this. And we'll drop it. All right, that's loaded. Yeah, I'll go ahead and just grab everything here real quick. Get that wheeled. Put this in our truck. What I'll do is I'll worry about, once we get our electric vehicle going, it's going to take a little while. I will worry about changing over the loot like off stream, because that's exceedingly boring. Just moving loot between storage containers. But we don't have to worry about that now. Now we'll do the exceedingly boring task of taking down all of these appliances. Oh, it's good to get the muscle memory. But ultimately, this is going to speed things up so much. Yes. Let's go. RY, enter. It's almost like spelling my name. I just have to remember RY. And no, that's not right. Take it down, RY, enter. There we go. Got to get it right. Get that muscle memory. All right. Take it down, Y, enter. Yeah. Yep. The thing is, I've seen electric vehicles which will have large exterior framing, which is only there to support more solar panels, essentially, so that, like I was saying earlier, kind of, you can have enough solar panels to maintain the battery on your car while you're driving, so you don't have to stop and like just let it sit there and idle and recharge. We might do something like that if we can get our hands on enough welding material, which means we might want to make a trip back to the refugee center, believe it or not. I always make such a run to the Magic Forge, but the Refugee Center is also extremely valuable resource because of the fact that they sell welding equipment there. So we can basically work on our car forever as long as we have access to the Refugee Center. I wonder if I should simply grab every book because Valze might like them. Yeah, 100%. Damn it. Take down, yes. Yeah, because Valzane might choose some of those or want some of those for his stories or whatever. So yeah. It's good insight. I always grab all the books. Some of them have decent trade value too. But obviously the manuals and trading ones. But we're talking about like the pink ones that don't really have a use. other than trading. Sometimes there are quests for it. There's I think it's at the church. There's an NPC encampment of friendly NPCs that'll give you like quests and stuff at a church. And one of them will ask you for like a certain type of Bible, I think. Or maybe it's the Quran. I can't remember, but there's one quest for a holy book. Let's set that to auto haul. Okay, then my guess is bookstores come. Yeah, bookstores are really valuable. Looting spots for sure. A school would be too. That's why earlier when you were talking about going to a school, to up your youngling count, it's also not a bad idea just for the loot. You might be able to find some really solid books. All right. Oh my gosh. We got so many solar panels, I can't fit them all. Wield. We did add to our collection this time. Wield. There we go. A lot of these will get put onto our new truck too, so we won't be necessarily just dragging them around. I don't know if I need any of this stuff, but we can come back for it later. All right. Did the boring stuff. It is getting late. Got that done before nighttime. Yep, we're down to 22% fuel on this thing. So we couldn't be switching over at a better time. I'm telling you what. Like you said, Consoles, it is a lot of work, but ultimately it's going to be worth it if this thing turns out the way I want it. An infinite vehicle for just constant driving. That's going to be amazing. And it's going to be aquatic. You better believe it. I won't settle for anything less. All right, wait. Let me get a little closer. I should probably save its location. What? Just drive there. Technical and... Whoa, what did I just hit? Stone. Technical and tow days. The forge should already reset, but not sure if I want to go again already. Right, so let's slow it down. Want these two bad boys like right next to each other. But I don't want to hit it. Yeah, that's good enough. All right. Beautiful. Oops. Stop driving. Let's look at the battery. 54. We're probably going to want to turn off this little fridge now. Yeah. I mean, I might have eaten most of the... Stop driving. Yeah, I might have eaten most of it. Let's look. Flatbreads. Those probably last a while. Yeah, everything in here is okay. So... I'm actually interested in these juvenile starters. Let's try and activate those now. Oops. It's activated the wrong thing. Juvenile starter. No, not yet. Okay. Got to give it some more time. Trying this sourdough stuff for the first time. David convinced me to give that a shot in the last stream. I'm hoping it works out. From what he described, it should give us an abundance of bread. Okay, so let's get those solar panels back out. Oh my gosh. Let me think about this. Yeah. We are definitely going to want to set up our little rig with panels again. So let's just do it. I promise this time it won't take that long. See how quickly that was compared to how long it was taking when we were over. That's instant, nearly instant. And that's because of what was below us. That laboratory, a Z level down, made it so that all the enemies, zombies, slimes, whatever's down there, are processing. They're moving around because they're in our reality bubble. But not anymore. That's why getting those wheels on there was our first priority. Okay, I wonder if Valzane does not like specific book now, or maybe he will take the same book after reset. Not sure. That's a good question. Yeah, that's worth a test. If you got multiples, that'd be worth testing it. All right, now it's time for batteries. Wait, there's also... Yeah, let's grab this. We've got another solar suitcase. Perfect. All right. Feels like I had more solar panels. I do have more solar panels. That's what I thought. Oh, starting to lose the light. Let's try and get these out. I guess it won't matter if we lose the light, but I just want to do this labor now. Catch all the morning light, you know? Oh, that beautiful. Yeah, it would be really helpful if we came across one of those solar farms like I was telling you about on Discord. That would be amazing right now. That is what I need. All right, get these batteries. I'm going to lay the large batteries. I might go ahead and install some more batteries in this thing. That's one thing we want to do, is make sure this thing has a ton of batteries in it. Yeah, I wish I had the ability to install those large ones, but I don't think I do. We'll have to maybe investigate that in the morning. Integrated cooler heater, seatbelt's pretty broken. All right, so did I get everything placed? No, not yet. Another solar panel. And more batteries out here. Another panel on this side. Oops. Uh-oh. There it is. And I think we're almost done. Put a battery over here. All right, is that it? Yes. Good, good, good. All right, so those are all set up. They won't charge much at night, but that's good for the morning. We are weary, so let's eat a little bit. Some flatbread. It's no longer cold, so we better eat the perishable stuff first, right? All right, we probably break out the oven too at some point. Hook that up to our little operation. And, oh, you know what? Was I able to get all the solar panels? Just double check. Look, there's a solar backpack. Let's set that down too. Activate. What? What? Folded. Do I need to... It says I have no cable? I have no idea what that's talking about. Maybe it's because it's dark. I don't know. We'll try it in the morning. I'm not sure why that's not working. That was weird. Never seen that message. Alright, just want to check. There's no solar panels hiding. Alright, we're good. I think we're ready for bed here since we're weary and tired and stuff. Yeah. Alright, out of the way, Doyle. We're trying to sleep here, mister. Alright, we've got a glow stick on us, but that's fine. Time for bed. Let's save it up. Oh boy, guys. What a nice little adventure it's been. Mainly working on the vehicle, but that's not bad. Sometimes it has to be done. And the good news is, too, it won't be as hard to get this thing floatable. It's significantly less weighty than this military cargo vessel. Even once I've loaded up with everything, it's going to weigh less. All right. Oh, 8 hours is good. I'd still like to use those aluminum boat hulls, but we're going to go with wooden ones. I mean, wooden ones really do the trick. Plus, we've got a bunch already installed on the truck. But as we get, farther and farther, maybe we can replace them. We'll see. Just have to see how it goes. All right, so we're sleeping. Time is actually passing really slow right now. Wonder why that is. I thought we would be good on our time passing. It's not terrible. It's not the worst I've seen. All right, we're healing. Our bandage wounds on our left arm have healed. Good, good, good. 230. Fuel's down to 21% on this thing. I'd kind of like to leave it intact and maybe have two vehicles to drive, but We are going to have to strip a lot of parts from this thing. All right, let's eat. Canned veg. Drink some water. Have some tea. Let's try to activate this juvenile starter again. Wait, no, not yet. Oh, wow. Takes forever. Maybe making it cold, too, didn't help. I don't know about that. All right, let's try this. Just do it over here. Activate. Why is it not working? You have no cable charging system to plug it into, so you leave it alone. What? I put it down and... No? Get it? Let me look at this thing. Array of solar panels neatly folded into formal. Oh, this might be... I don't know. Let me see if I can disassemble it, maybe. I need a soldering iron. Are you freaking kidding me? Of course I do. Okay, well... So I think maybe what this thing is intended is strictly for us to wear it. And then we can charge like stuff we have on us with it, I guess. How heavy is this thing even? Less than 20 pounds, but that's still a lot to just wear around on your back. I don't know. All right. Well, either way, I think we've gotten the maximum amount of solar panels out here that we have. Let's wield the arc welder. Okay, I'm going to activate it, plug it in. Okay, so it's now plugged in. We can drop it. Good, good, good. Let's take a look at this thing again. Just look over it. What do we want to take out? We're going to take the trunk parts out and these seats too. So let's start getting some of this crap out of here. We'll take the seat belts out. We'll take that bench seat out. Okay, leave everything else in that spot. We're not going to have the bucket seat in the front. Just one seat. That's it. Any NPC companions we have are just going to have to sit in cargo spaces. Now, the roof on this is really bad. This particular tile. So we'll probably want to change that roof out. I think I'll leave it for now so I don't forget about it. If I take it out now, I'll probably forget to put the roof in there. Okay, that's looking like another roof that needs to be replaced. Another roof. So far I'm seeing 3 roof panels. This trunk door is not great. Honestly, though, something in the rear like that, it's probably never going to get action. Probably never get hit by anything. All right, let's remove the trunk. Trunks aren't bad, but they have 300 liters of storage capacity, whereas those cargo spaces right here, these have 500 liters. These are, to my knowledge, the largest storage spaces in the game that can fit on a vehicle. I mean, technically, the largest storage space is just a piece of ground, you know. But, yeah, those are great for vehicles. All right, we'll take the trunk out. And you know me, I'm a loot hoarder, so I need the absolute maximum amount of space. And in fact, all those chairs that we just took out, everything is going to be cargo spaces. I guess I will install the mini fridge. I mean, it's going to be another draw on the batteries, but I think ultimately we probably should. And that's probably something I can take out. Take out the mini fridge. We're doing it, people. We're making the change. Now, this item might require some welding. So where do we want to put it? Probably right behind me. I want to put a table here so that I can sit in the car and not have to worry about her rigid table manners. But to be honest, that's kind of a valuable spot. I'm going to probably want to put a cargo space there. All right, I'm thinking... Okay, we're going to put it right here. mini fridge. There it is. All right, so now it's not blocking a door, but it should still be within range of my chair if we need to eat or cook. All right, very good. So it's in there now. Can't see it, but there it is. All right, so the next step would be to start transferring cargo spaces, but let me just look at something. Because I think I have a cargo space, but it's probably going to need more electrical charge. Yeah, cargo space takes 4,800 charges for one from our arc welder. Our current battery setup has 4,500. So, yeah, we need to leave these things sitting. Ouch, flying zombie that jump over and block your escape are nasty. Is that a gargoyle? Was it a gargoyle? Or was it just a batwing zombie or something? Yeah, those batwings are nasty. And their mutant forms, the gargoyle, is even worse. Very dangerous. All right, they're very fast is really the problem. Anything that's faster than you are as the player is really seriously dangerous. Might have had wings at least. Okay, let me look here. All right, so I think I'm going to hold off on the cargo spaces for now, obviously. Maybe we can do the roof. If I start removing roof here, did this not really have a roof? Heavy duty roof. There's not a lot. There's a couple. I just realized this back part doesn't have a roof at all. Wow. Doyle's been back there getting rained on. No wonder they don't like to sleep. I'm a little surprised though, because I was able to put a solar panel up there. Maybe I literally installed it in the floorboard. I don't know now. I'm a little questioning that, but all right, well, we've got a couple of roof pieces. They are heavy duty, which is great. Let's grab them and we'll start to install them. I'm going to have to go back to the parking lot, I think, and grab some more roof pieces. All right, because I don't want to install crappy roof. This is a good roof. Okay. Now this might also take welding, so let's come in here. All right, that's the worst roof, I think. Take that out. Oh, I hope I don't break the solar panel when I do this. Nope, still shows it there. All right, so let's install heavy duty roof. What? What? Cloth roof, heavy duty roof. Oh, look at that. Takes 6,000 charges to install that. Damn. What do I do with this? Just a piece of sheet metal? Such a big difference in charges, but do I really need a heavy duty roof? Probably not. Let's just put the regular roof in there. Oh, stop. I just realized I'm putting back the bad roof. God damn it. I did that twice today. Oh, all right. Well, we'll remove it. Yeah, I need to go back to the parking lot and get some sheet metal for these roofs here. Honestly, what we probably should do is hop in the cargo truck. Let me look at her health. Yeah, she's pretty healed up. We need to give these batteries time with the solar panels to just charge up, you know? I can't do too much work without my welding, and there's not enough electricity to weld right now, so we should probably take a break from working on the car and pick a town or a city to attempt to clear. Oh, look. Ah, shoot, I thought that was a wizard's tower. Police station, not a big deal for us. Maybe there's something interesting over here. This is not really an area that we've explored much. You know, speaking of wizard's towers, we do know the location of a wizard's tower, but it was very, very well guarded. Hard to get to this one. There was like a dozen clay golems inside of it. Oh my god. There's also another lab right up here that we haven't even looked at yet. Let me look around some of these buildings. Pool. Oh, there's another wizard's tower. Right next to a small cemetery. That's straight ahead of us. Let me look at the truck. Yeah, this thing still floats. We've got a little bit of gas. Alright, we're going to leave behind some of our stuff. Close her up. We got to just be very conservative with our driving right now and how far we go. So we don't want to get stranded and have to, like, leave. I mean, we could always walk over here and, you know, get this vehicle, but we're going to leave all of the loot behind if we do that. Is that a second wizard's tower, too? There's 2 wizard's towers right by each other. Yeah, this actually could be really good. Clearing cities is no joke, though. Oh, Flaming Eye. Maybe we could use the Flaming Eye. Let me look at this thing. What the? Oh, shit. It just hit me with something. Okay, yeah, we're not using that. That thing's way too dangerous. Oh, yeah, that thing's fatally dangerous. It has some sort of spell casting abilities. Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. Coming out of that portal. Now, that's the real scary part, is how close that portal is to us, but it's outside a reality bubble. So I don't think... But, man, that thing shattered the windshield. I think it damaged my right arm. I'm in minimal pain. Let's make sure we're still seaworthy. I mean, we're barely seaworthy. God. I'm always looking for something, like some sort of trick, an enemy we can kite around to help us clear stuff, but that ain't it. That freaking thing was nasty. Okay, here we go. Cruising right into it, folks. Let me go ahead and save it. Never know. You never know. Alright, it's taking a moment. Okay, so if we go dead ahead, there are zombies everywhere out here. I'm going to be a lot more careful about where I park this thing. We're just kind of coming out here to get a look. The situation. God, I'm down to 21% fuel already. There's a couple of gas stations around, but... Okay, yeah, there's Zeds out here. Let's turn a little bit. Yeah, this whole... I mean, what did I expect, right? It's a city. Of course, there's going to be Zeds everywhere. Maybe we can park it, like, right here? I don't know, that's pretty far from where we're trying to go. What about this cemetery? Maybe that's got... Well, honestly, what am I talking about? Cemetery probably has more freaking zombies in it than anything else. Oh boy, I don't know. I guess we could park it on the water, technically, but... Oh, is this promising? There's 2 feral goblins to the north of us. That's not promising. What about right here? Okay, we've got a zombie elf coming in. Oh, crap, there's a smoker zombie. Of course there is. Of course. See that smoke cloud right there on the edge of our visual? That's a smoker zombie, and that is not something we want to mess with. I don't know, maybe we could pull him into the water? Would that nullify his smoking? Probably not. Probably just going to smoke up the water. Yep. I think that would be like a smoker zombie's Achilles heel, but man, so what do we do? Military there. I don't know. I guess we could go park by the Forge of Wonders and just do it the hard way. Slowly work our way towards it from that direction, you know? Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, and if we're parked near the Forge, you know, we're better off trading anyway. Maybe we can... Smoke don't affect you if you're on the roof. Learn that today. That's good. That is good. Tip, Wind. For sure. Yeah, let's just go head over to the Forge. Give us a chance to look at their inventories and stuff, too. We got to be careful, though. There are sharks in these waters. We proved that in the last stream. It's a river, but there's still sharks here. Alright, let's get on right here. Out of the way. I don't care about you. I just don't want to destroy my boat hulls. We're down to our last few boat hulls. Oh, shit. We got a blistered horror coming at us. It's just never safe. Nothing's ever safe around here, is it? Alright, you little horror, fall into this hole here. Oh, there's a bunch of slimes over here, too. Forgot how treacherous this run was. Tree. I wonder what rolling over just a whole flock of slimes would be like. Just a bunch of squishing. Alright, here we go. Let's not lead any enemies over here. That could be real bad. I've thought about the idea of trying to lead hordes of zombies into the forge to see like if the forge workers will kill them, but I expect they would, but it could also have the potential to turn the forge workers hostile towards us, which is something that's happened before with neutral creatures. I've tried with elves, and they got real hostile. Oh, yeah, we lost an NPC during that run, but so I'm a little nervous to do that. All right, but here we are back at the forge. I'm going to back it up. Perfect. Look at that parking job. Boop, loaded it up. Stop the driving. Oh my gosh, people. So, we definitely probably have a little bit of loot, you know, that I can trade. Not my eagle plushie. I'm not trading that, but yeah, I could probably go through this and drop some stuff off. Yeah, you want to go see what today's deals are? Sure. Let's go look at Val's Zane right now. That's the only one I actually care about. See what her stuff is reset to, if at all. Might not have been enough time, but I don't know. Only one way to find out. Go talk to Val Zane's ugly face. Hello. Oh, I think it has changed. It definitely has changed. Glaive plus one. Hold on. Let's go down to our denari. We've got 14. No, I've got way more than that. All right, so I've got $575 in credit here. What's the glaive? Does that have... It does. It has a reach attack. It's only plus one. I expect if it was plus two, it'd be way more expensive. But look at that. So this is not a piercing weapon. This would be a restart of our ability, our skills. We would have to start learning cut, but damn, that's a high cut with a 2+ hit. Let's look at some other stuff, though. Morning Star. This is not a reach. This is a blunt weapon. This is a sword, I think. Wait, Ancient Tiny Spear. So the glaive is more valuable than the spear. It does have a reach attack on it. This would be more up our alley, though, in terms of, yeah, it's piercing. I wouldn't have to start all over learning how to cut. And it's a little cheaper. It doesn't have as nice of a to-hit bonus. And that one I can store in my spear strap, too. Yeah, I think we'll go with the king with the intention of still upgrading to something better down the road. Like, hopefully we'll see, you know, a +2 or a Lucaran hammer, something else cool, too. But, and keep in mind, we did learn some enchanting ourselves, so. All right, let me take off some of this. We could eventually make our own enchanted weapon. All right, so I'm going to take this off, and I'm going to hold down shift and do the plus button. No, that doesn't do it. I think it's actually not holding down shift. No? How do I count up again? Let's just do 10 of them. No. Let's do 8 of them. No. Let's do 6. 5. Better. Perfect. Awesome. Whoo, we did it. Look at that thing. It's got the little red flag on it, little red tassel. I love it. Well, we're going to have to go up to the truck and drop off our knife spear. This thing's still not even damaged, though, so yeah, we've done it. We've got ourselves our first magic weapon of the run. Let's go in and we'll favorite it. And I'm going to reassign it to the letter S. I think I might have to drop the other one. Did that work? I don't think it did because I've already got the knife spear assigned to the letter S, but we'll have to check it. That'll just make it easier for us to draw it. All right, that's awesome. Look at that thing. So big. Can't wait to see it in action. We will sell some loot. I think I'll probably do that in the next stream. I'm getting a little bit hungry, so I think we're going to end things here today. Just a little bonus stream. Not going to do another 5-hour one, unfortunately, but I'm going to be streaming again tomorrow for sure. That one's a scheduled stream for Cataclysm. Probably get going a bit earlier in the day. Usually stream about noon Central Standard Time, but we've got something to look forward to. No doubt about it. So let's drop the old spear. Goodbye, knife spear. Hello, Quang. Store it. Yep, there it is. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, right on. Thanks for hanging out with me, Consolus, everybody, Wind of Flatus, and all you folks out there who were just lurking today. I really appreciate you guys hopping on with me for this little bonus stream. Like I said, I hope you'll be able to make it tomorrow too, and I will see you all on the next one.